frame it or Huma Afakuma, Kaswa on a J Nama channel.
Adofo, me bi akwa ba ojinyame channel so. Me da wase onyamre na uti ejinyame channel. Jeba bisua ade bio na me no abubu ensan kakra bi ho. Me so unsubscribe ya, obe subscribe ama onua no nya efutue ne ensempa ye ba be share we. Jinyame channel de isua ade ye sesa adwen ene ne ma ohia ode bebo bra obi, especially say o diaspora ye America, Asia and Europe ni sa ne ma na. Yeah, me no ba be che video bi but ansa na me no ba be che no me bon kai so DFW ha na so pe bi eton aduan papa dia ene Angie Winners Kitchen African restaurant onya ho free any state bia oba ho a obeserve kama so person ship bibia so ko Ghana so ndwema boni bia nka ho a bis shipping Bismarck o say o frɛ na ne number no oba be fa bibia obia na ode akwa akodua ma Council of Ghanaian Association Kuga omo kente dance no de baso de ntino ticket no e wa around ntino o frɛ association leaders na obenya bi na so no oba be celebrate Ghana na de ahye nyame anuonyam nti yenko yensemfo ano so no enne eminim se na wotwetwe mu no ene the president of America Donald Trump na or issue executive orders ni bebre bia but the titru pa ewu ma me no ba be ka ho asem birth right citizenship na oye no eminim se American constitution and the 14th amendment say ko parliament ansa na omo nyina aka ho asem ansa na omotimi approve no aba first na se de emu kan no se oni krata na so America ha na so wo automatically no na oba na American but say the antisa the reason ama sesa no this time no me to my opinion no I think say that's a way on pese omuyi blacks free presidency no akunya tenten na ewo mu no cause omhwe time Obama be president na de oni na mu no de be president no omugu no ho fi bebre ama hu say mrebi be ba as the blacks no be taking over country no no they don't want that thing to happen to me sure say enuntina omo sesa sa constitution say this is American ni and I citizen ansa na wo oba aba be president no the me ameka sa ne say constitution no omo nim say after 100 years to come no wanya ombeba benya 100% black wanya ombe rule omo court na system no ene omo aban mu niema ne bebre no because they say ohwe Martin Luther King ntokwa na okoma blacks no first na blacks mpo yentimi ko high school ni yentimi niema bebre white no etimi ye enu ntina okoma ya say okay omo try say okay say no makwa yate ase human right constitution mu ntino ye be ya adwen say ye be mama ko school ni bi bus na ye be mama fo bi bebi edidi ye no be didi bebi ye teno ye no ba betena but omo adwen mu no enye pefe say ompese omaji atum se ompese omni ehye omo bibia edin se bia metima ka brofo kakra because a very very sensitive matter entina ama make twi bibre nyaso na tie me odofo pa because omu se the way anema ekono blacks ye ni teba ama ye fighting for so many things so ma anya niema bi amfanse sa niema na ye ba be ye president be rule America no for a longest time cause blacks no ye ni ate ni adoso so nti no omo yisa constitution be bre se ne enye de ye ntimi emben ahindi na ye president ne eno court system na niema be bre no come say blacks na ye so much smart and intelligent say so mu di agro mind the next 50 years and 100 years blacks will take all over their Supreme Court justice and sign money in 19 omode sa we aba be shima e be din say tuntum for no ibitimi aben akonya no kakra o de tie vice president Vance the okan no Trump vice president o de tie ne to aso
a federal judge appointed by Ronald Reagan, I think you'd agree, has some conservative credentials,
sure.
Paused the order to end birthright citizenship, calling it blatantly unconstitutional. How do you reconcile this challenge to the 14th Amendment to the Constitution?
So I obviously disagree with that judge, and these things, some of them will be litigated. That's the nature of our constitutional system. But here's the basic idea of President Trump's view on this. If you are a lawful permanent resident or a legal immigrant who plans to stay, your children, of course, should become American citizens. But let's say you're the child of an ambassador. You don't become...
But that's not part of it.
Well, that is
already a
that is
carve-out
that is
having
an
to do with
important
kids of
principle.
diplomats.
But we're saying that carve-out should apply to anybody who doesn't plan to stay here. If you come here on vacation and you have a baby in an American hospital, that baby doesn't become an American citizen. If you're an illegal alien and you come here temporarily, hopefully, your child does not become an American citizen by virtue of just having been born on American soil. It's a very basic principle in American immigration law that if you want to become an American citizen and you've done it the right way, and the American people in their collective wisdom have welcomed you into our national community, then you become a citizen. But temporary residents, people who come in here, whether legally or illegally, and don't plan to stay, their children shouldn't become American citizens. I don't know any country that does that or why we would be different.
Well, this is a country founded by immigrants.
Well, this is a country founded by... This is a very unique country, and it was founded by some immigrants and some settlers, but just because we were founded by immigrants doesn't mean that 240 years later that we have to have the dumbest immigration policy in the world. No country says that temporary visitors, their children, will be given complete access to the benefits and blessings of American citizenship. America should actually look out for the interests of our citizens first, and that means, again, if you're here permanently and lawfully, your kid becomes an American citizen. If you're not here permanently, if you're not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and don't plan to be, why would we make those people's children American citizens permanently?
You obusiafo enze moti vice president na asem no kan no unse first no na anya sa netineti sisidi almost sana omo pushi court supreme court omo kwa discuss very thoroughly unse ebe din say sa rule na also oh America oh immigrant or crata or be citizen no ebe din say ibenyasa pa because of the we are near my econo omo hu say the we are near my econo omo anye wild no Africa and a Muslim no omo tukwan ba America pa Mexico and Africa for no and a no ya abuse near bebre and omo records bebre check Ghana for the video on ma omo check the main reason why Ghana for omo refusing visa pa no.
First of all, I want Ghanaians to know that each year approximately 16,000 Ghanaians are issued visas for travel to the United States for business, education, and tourism. The reason that there is a high bar for showing strong ties to Ghana is because Ghanaians constitute the 5th largest number of people who have overstayed their visas in the United States. Up there with India, China, the Philippines, Russia, which have much larger populations than Ghana does. There are more Ghanaians who are in deportation proceedings right now than people from Mexico or people from Nigeria, which also have larger populations than Ghana. So because almost 7,000 of your countrymen have overstayed their visas or committed crimes in the United States and are subject to, are in some stage of the deportation process, it makes it harder for other Ghanaians to get visas. So they have to show that they have strong ties to Ghana. That is the U.S. law, that they show that they have strong ties to Ghana. People who are young and single in particular,
because you go back no omo who say ye abuse sanya blacks and Africans no ye abuse sanya ma we bebre because if one boss we adwuma ma na yere nyem ya no ma na ba America no abewo oba ya no abewo America no abewo owo wi a no san go back no the social no am obi wa America no the tax no file tax man no the send bia those training nyina omo hu nyina far away dida ntom person on person prevent sanema we nyina all the things from happening into this rules and say oba visit na be wo ha okwa oba no onya American and yes the person file money bia no and go to the right process no and just do it so sanema ye president vice president kind who say or is serious power some of the things and they are very serious on nyema na omo ye they know what it is already so Louis Farrakhan okasem bi about Africa. I always say ki nyina Africa no ye de leaders na be ye o ma adwiye no ma rule say the Burkina Faso president Traore or ye ne niema na osesa niema or rejected the whites ne omo donation ne omo grant ne sa niema ne nyina IMF niema nyina na ko watini o ma adwe no ma build a good one omo abetimi aye sustainable government omo abetimi a build a video omo depending on Ghana and America ne sa niema se come here sa anka wonko bai anka ye binim kra ke ntimi ma America se ba be bo bra kra eye den ya tukwan de ebibi tukwan kra but bebre na tukwan from Africa bana ya na ekom ene de ebidi ene ye chi sa niema na eba se nka niema nyina tutu ye ya menyini sa nka obia ba be pre kra na wa bre osunu yi mu ne weather we mu nyina o de tie Louis Farrakhan de to kind no.
This is Africa's dilemma. You are parading yourself before the world as international beggars when you gave civilization to the world. Your problem is not America. Your problem is not Israel. Your problem is not Britain. Your problem is your disunity and your dependence on others to do for you what you could do for yourself. The help is already here. The knowledge is already here. The land is here. The sun is here. The water is here. The minerals are here. You have some of the finest minds in the world, but they're in Europe and they're in America making money while Africa suffers. Why don't we create politically stable environment and call the children of Africa back home to help build Africa? You got it all right here under your foot. And you should be ashamed not to look to yourself begging white folk to give you what you could give yourself. What I said today, which one of these countries is going to give you $20 million? America's not going to give you $20 million. You got it right here, but your disunity won't allow you to pool it. It's your fault. And you got to accept that responsibility. That is why my message is atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. We got to stop blaming everything on somebody else and see what is our responsibility.
Yeah, Louis Farrakhan sa ne friend or one of the American civil rights activists nibia omokun ema blacks or America de omo treaty yen no nsem no kan na wo se anka Ghana for ye nyina ye de beye adwuma ana Africa for de beye adwuma na esua bibi. This is a wake up call for Africans and blacks all baby your leaders no we beg you say mo be ye niema ehote na mo aye mo niema yi kakra na mo depend on niema nkrofo we su bebre because abrofo no the more ye depend on no the more kra na omo use e more na omo gi ya adwen but omo mpe say omo ne e betra baby ami we first no na e white pa na e wo hapa say blacks unya move ko no say black community no e ya do so pe e no move from Arlington and omo call Grandperry no who say oh a nice community white do so how e come how e safe e ho ape ena blacks from so move call Grandperry from Grandperry pe ena white na so call Mansfield into na a white community once a blacks na ba pe ena am san call Melothian from Melothian no who say blacks no so I start to say crowd am co space yeah over $1 million obetimi akọ space no makọ akọtena ho ohun ntomo ngi yentum so person na etena keke ntomo price so many ways said ye yentimi ben mo ye niema ni nyina ene ebian say omo ato aba ama Ghana we dem mfa nko akire enye politics na meye eye Trump oba so almost 7 days ni endu 10 days kra be news almost every day Trump or yesi niema ka so obeye from beginning no and none was started or buy from day one and started sign executive orders and started here John Mahama his excellency min ka so nya do yade ye to amawa ba mawa ye do sisu crampans na Trump crab be sisu obe ye adwuma na de ma ono was started to kwan say oh ye Thanksgiving tour for all the 16 regions in our nyina sikani for wo se mrekeke bo adwuma no ne enko ohun MPP former discount no chichomu tu na discount na fa build your mind on enko ohun that's how leadership da senka yempenifui omo yo mo adwuye na ka omo toto ne ma bi ya menyinsa anka Ghana fo bebre kra betu kwan na omo aso mba bebre anka wonko ba ye anka bi nkan bebre menyinse developed countries no kra omo ye de omo dwen ho sa and America for instance omo build omo man ye ntino omo nipa omo nkrofo tutu akwan akwa achi kra na omo ndwe omo se be bo ma ba na se ko they know say ifie ye ntu be fie a de obedi ni ba bi abeda de eye easy mo mo ntie pese otu kwan a ebi a wa no otu kwan oma building ye wa ha say kama I always say an African country now they will learn something from what Trump is doing and what Burkina Faso Traore Ibrahim what he's doing na ke they are building ye man ni nyina ye push akoye ni me ba be show video ya eye nkwara omo Africa omo Ghana nkwara eno mu school hwede we dey life edi agro e wo ye yan ye krum odi obi oni hu ade we internet so a then obedwen afa ye yan ye ho ene mu leaders amu Africa mutimi ye niema ye amu disika ye ma musika se mo nye niema na mo nye na mo ye niema basa no odi ehwe video we.
So this is Odumankuma, and then we have a school called Odumankuma MA Primary located in Kratchi West municipality of the Oti region. As you can see, we have two groups of our learners. This one is made up of females. You can see that the females are the ones paddling the canoe. So these are our learners, and then they are coming to school, and the risk involved is very high. When the lake overflows its band, it takes about 2 kilometers for them to cross, almost about 30 to 40 minutes. But when it shrinks, they are able to the distance is able to reduce to about 1 kilometer, and then they cross within 25 to 30 minutes. So we really need help. So this video is an evidence of what is happening here, and you can see how very expanded it is. And my ladies are doing very well, but the challenge is that anytime the canoes are not available to them to use, some of them don't come to school because they don't have any means of crossing. So any help in this regard will save these young ones. We may have future presidents, MPs, people of value to the nation. If no help comes, these destinies will be wasted. But I think any help that will come to assist these young ones will help them to be able to achieve their future plans.
Nkwara ene eku school hwe baby omte life jacket kra ebi nshomo se nyame ampata na kuroi edane a yeku nkwara nyina ewu ye future leaders ye president emu nyina ni na emu ene ye lose some life just like that. The governor of Texas Greg Abbott oti wheelchair mu what this for almost 10 years crazy what wheelchair mu sao but na na ebubu but sabe na adwen ensaye na adwen ye adwuma pa eno mu hia no they don't play with life hwen kware means a minister bakra wum anase MPC ni sa Ghana politics mpanifo leaders bi means oba akokra ba wo omma kokko school abrochire but yan ye de no mu nya ni ye na masesa mama akwa abrochire na ye wonko bae na se oba ba bia okra so na be fele. And you know, this is a wake up call for all Africans, Ghanaian, especially Ghana ni intime kama Ghana for me for don adwempa entity o man no na yenkwara no daachi no omuso nya baby partner ene Martin Luther King ye boni din a baby a ukra din kra udidi free na daachi bi se nyame frɛ a yenya asempa ana nkuntabuo pa bi ama nyame me da asa onya amre na otie mi no so one me ya adwe one me ya adwen na pe o bibi kan o de share comment section ho no ma me read na so no metu ho anamo me da ase me so be share ama onua bi no so a share ama na obi na akwachi na information me share akwachi na obi a de a sidusian de ama ne so subscribe so a press adoma na so hit the bell no then subscribe so dem me di bibi patu say a wenya efutu ni adwempa wo me da ase onya amre na otie yakra mu nyina bye.